Welcome back here. Here is my surprise. I have Bravo back. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, man?
Awesome, man. Have you been seeing these matches?
Dude, I've been watching all night. It's been awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Good Halo.
No, awesome Halo. So Dynasty now is going to even up the series. It is going to be 1-1. We are going into Oasis King, and you always kind of join in the booth now for Oasis King.
Yeah,
I think we're meant to be on this map.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, let's do this.
Break it down.
Just so much to cover there in that map graphic. You know, there's just so much stuff. They're just trying to pan around. There's so many angles. There's a river randomly hanging out. But so on this map, we will have the grenade launcher. The sniper will be at where you see that hill currently, and then the hill will move in 3 different spots. In order to win this game, you have to get to 250 points. So this is normally a pretty long game.
That's right. And I think this game type, you know what? I think it's growing on them.
Really?
Yeah, I think between casting and coaching this all weekend, I like it, man. I think it plays fast, and you really got to play with teamwork to get the hill back, and I think that's how you know, competitive Halo Reach should be.
Yeah, I mean, I concur. So now, something interesting now, Bravo, just to kind of catch you up with everything. Instinct comes out, and they destroy game number 1, 5-1. Dynasty doesn't even really stand a chance. Game number 2, Dynasty comes out and wins like 50 to 30-ish. Just an impressive play from the entire team. Does that, it kind of caught me off guard. Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect Instinct to, you know, kind of be staked like that, especially after coming out so strong in game 1.
What it definitely does is it absolutely levels the series. I mean, so yeah, you had Instinct with all the momentum after game 1, and now you have Dynasty coming off of an impressive performance. And if anything, you know, it could give Dynasty a little bit of fire, but it also could kick Instinct in the butt and say, hey, let's pick it up. So it's going to be really interesting to see which team has their game together on this game 3.
And, you know, when will the time come where Dynasty finally gets some revenge against Instinct? They have yet to take them down.
Yeah, I mean, I think if there's a team that's going to do it here, I mean, obviously Infamous, of course, playing strong, but I'm really surprised, and I think I speak for a lot of the viewers, that Dynasty is just playing so solid, even from that first day on Friday. They've been playing really well. So I'd say if they step it up here, they absolutely have a chance to take the series.
Yeah, and you know, the players who I'm just glued to, of course we're going to have Formal, who is just incredible. He's picking up a double kill now, and now he will be getting some little milking time here. But, you know, I really am impressed with Destin and Tazoxic. They were the new additions. They are coming from Believe the Hype last event, and they're just tanks. They are just doing so much damage.
Yeah, when you have 2 guys who can, you know, really do the grueling, dirty work of running around the map and just throwing damage into everyone, which is kind of what I've seen from them. And then you have Formal, who, I mean, he's really a powerhouse, like you said. I mean, this event, I've really started to pick up on it. This kid is good, you know. I mean, I've watched him all year, and he's been a great player. But this event, you turn to the screen, and he's just out shooting everything, and he's in the right place at the right time. And those 2 things together, I mean, it's hard to not win games at that point.
Oh, absolutely. So now Instinct will be having the first real setup on this map. They are going to be controlling this first moved hill. Roy is going to be spotted with that sniper, and it's going to go into the hands of Formal, which is the last person you want to have pick that up. And, oh, he almost put it to use right away. But, you know, he came up a little short, but it's going to happen. So now Dynasty and Instinct, it'll be a 3-on-3 situation here, and Instinct's really still getting hill time.
I think Formal is impossible to kill. Did you see that whole that was incredible. I mean, I thought he was dead at least 10 seconds ago, and he sprints around, grabs the health pack, finishes another kill. So really great awareness by him, especially on a new map like Oasis. The fact that he's able to just run around and he knows exactly where he's getting shot. You can compare that to something like Sanctuary Flag, when you're running the flag and you know you're behind the pillar and you know you're not in their line of sight and the pillar's all the way behind you. So knowing how to move and exactly where to be to avoid certain angles and to sprint to the health pack, I mean, just to have that awareness and this early in the history of this game type, he's definitely got a leg up, and he's showing everyone that he's been playing on this game type, and he probably knows a lot more than maybe even some of his competitors do.
Yeah, so now Dynasty is going to take the lead of this game. He is going to spot Ogre 2, and now he is going to make Ogre 2 with one shot, so Ogre 2 is out of commission. Ogre 2 trying to make a little push there, and he is taken out, so he really needed to regain his shields. And look at Formal right now. He is just sitting in the river. He is pushing so hard on this Instinct squad.
This is kind of what I started to say about that front base spot. I mean, he sits front base, and just single-handedly right now, he took the better work of 3 different players on Instinct. So I think that spot is definitely dangerous, and you have Formal skill in that spot in the front of the base. Definitely going to be a threat, and we'll probably look for him to do some more of that.
And you know, the thing that I truly like about that push is that Dynasty is still getting hill time during that push. So Instinct is obligated to take him out because he is such a threat, and then they don't worry about the hill. So it puts them in a dilemma. Do you go straight for the hill, or do you go for the guy who's going to basically come from behind you and kill you?
Definitely. That's something that my team, you know, we found ourselves guilty of early on when playing this game type is it's really tempting when you spawn top blue, top red to just look at the hill and start nading. And, you know, that's something that everyone has to learn the hard way, that you can't just go for that hill guy. You have to kill the Slayers around it. That's something back to midship ball, I think, was the first time that I really learned that. If you just start shooting the ball right off, you know, you got to take your time and just flank with your team. And it can't be said enough. Patience on this map is really what's going to lead to victory.
So Hines is going to be pushing onto Red Rock. Tizoxic's there to help him out. His teammate's going to be cleaned up. And Formal now is going to be pushing the middle of this map. He is pushing through the Oasis, as you like to call it, Bravo. And he may have an easy double kill here if he connects with that nade. And he does not. So now his teammates are going to be getting split spawn. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this one out, as Pistola is going to meet him head on. And the battle of the Slayers has commenced.
See how it... And looks like
he had to get help.
He did get help. So I'm pretty happy to see we still have a 20-second game here just about to evenly matched teams on an evenly matched map. So I think this is really exciting. I'm glad you guys are tuning in for this, man.
Yeah, Ogre 2 is just sitting in this hill. He is so good at objective. That has been his role for so many years. Since the dawn of Major League Gaming, he has been the objective player on his team because his brother, Ogre 1, kind of was the main Slayer for him.
Yeah, for a while on the FB Team Dominance, I mean, you had Strong Side and Ogre 1 running around pretty good. So now let's see what Pistola's going to do to try to regain control here. Weapons dropping in about 5 seconds. We'll see if that changes how they approach and wait to see how the hell moves.
Indubitably,
Good
as Pistola is going to get outshot by Formal. That is going to be a dagger. I'm kind of surprised we haven't heard any trash talk directed towards Pistola. I felt that Infamous kind of exposed that weakness at our last event.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that, I mean, Ola is not a very vocal player. You know, having coached him for several years and now having played against him for several years, I would say that it can be easy to get in his head if you say the right thing. So I definitely think the trash talking would, you would want to trash talk Pistola. I mean, but hey, it can always backfire.
Oh, always. Always.
You have to be very careful with what you say and how you say it, because I guess if you kind of nudge him the wrong way, he can go off and he can end game single-handedly. Right here, Tizoxic with a nice flank. So as they're going to gain control, so it looks like he's going to pick up a double kill on Roy. Nice shots there. Keeps his composure. And puts in some nice shots. So it looks like Dynasty might have a potential hold here. They're almost up by 30 seconds.
Yeah, and Tizoxic's is going to put that grenade launcher to use. Ogre 2 is being killed in the river. So that is going to be 2 members down for Instinct, as Pistola is going to be pushing on the hill. And he is spotted by Tizoxic. And Tizoxic should be able to finish it, but he did not have an extra bullet in his clip. So good job by Pistola. But Formal is right there, just getting in this hill. And these little seconds are just starting to add up. Keep in mind, this is the map that Instinct said was their best, one of their best game times.
Might be having to eat their words here.
Yeah.
Notice that you just saw that Pistola flank. Running back at the base is still definitely the biggest threat to that hill guy. I mean, what the hill guy has to jump out to challenge that guy. You know, it really creates a tough situation, because then one of your lobby guys or one of your guys who's green side has to drop back and get the hill. And I think that's definitely a strategy we're going to see definitely for the rest of this game and also into tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know, I'm starting to wonder if, you know, it's almost better to have a guy just kind of hang out right behind the hill and just watch that area, just devote him to that, because then, you know, he can kind of put his head on a swivel and watch the lobby as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, head on a swivel is the key to, you know, any objective-based game, and especially King of the Hill. I think if there was maybe 2 guys in Hill that could switch in and out, that way if a guy jumps, I don't know about dedicated to the back, but if 2 guys, you know, who are in the hill swapping in and out shields, they can kind of double team anyone who's going to jump up. I think you're definitely onto something there.
Yeah, for sure. So now the hill will be moving into the bottom. Roy has this sniper rifle. He is waiting for Dynasty to push up, and Hines has the grenade launcher, so it's going to be the battle of these 2 power weapons. Roy is not aware that they are spawning actually at the health pack, so he is not going to be able to get an easy shot, and Destin actually got a split spawn. He can thank the gods for that one, but he is spotted, so that is not going to work out for the best for him, but he may be able to get a kill. Yes, he is going to get one, and Roy is going to be taken out, so this is looking good for Dynasty.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the spot Roy had there for sniping. I guess maybe he got a call out, which is why he stayed along the rocks, but I think the rocks it's very easy to see. It's low on the ground. I mean, I think there's better places to bring the snipe there instead of these rocks.
Absolutely. So now
you see Tiz jumps up right away. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I am definitely a fan of elevation with the sniper.
Yeah.
That green high bridge is definitely really good.
Yeah, I think
like
the
level
bridge
2
is,
green,
offers great because then people under you have a real hard time shooting you, and you can sprint to either side. I think, but it could be he's a professional. He could have gotten a call out. He was waiting for the person.
Yeah, don't
to
you
show.
hate that?
Never
you know,
did.
you always have to take that into consideration.
Yeah,
like,
no,
well, it is Roy, so
exactly.
So now Hines is going to be sitting here at the top green with the sniper, and he is putting it to use effectively because he actually, like us, understands where to put the sniper at. So Hines is going to be able to get one kill here, and Tizoxic is now coming behind the members of Instinct, doing an excellent job. And as all of this is happening, Destin is in the hill getting hill time.
Look at this whole play. This is you hear the crowd going, that was an awesome play. And that's the second time this game we've seen Tizoxic on a flank like that. So he's doing it again if he gets this kill.
Oh my God, how did that shot
he
hit?
just jumped. You saw him jump up front side. He puts a few shots at someone, jumps bridge side, literally jumps bridge side again, jumps up the back, and then jumps middle again. He just literally single-handedly waited for his shields to recharge and pop in. Like, that should never happen. That's definitely probably getting in the head of Instinct. That's got to be annoying that one guy just killed almost their whole team, and now he's going to grab sniper and get in the hill. So he's playing huge, makes a smart play. You don't want to stay bottom with that sniper. I'll say it again. And stays alive here. So he's doing a nice job to not only be a distraction, but just be slaying power. Here he is on the killing spree, man. Getting a little fancy.
Yeah, well, he's able to connect with Roy. He just has Roy's number.
Absolutely. So there's that front of the base hold again. And Instinct really struggling here to get this map control back.
Yeah, so Hines is going to be sitting up at red lobby. They do not want him pushing on the health back as Richie Hines is going to be getting that. Destin's in a one-on-one battle with Lunchbox. It is a struggle.
He wants it.
And Lunchbox.
No. He waits for help. It could work out.
Man, the world is just crumbling around him.
Yeah, he held them out of the hill for this whole time. So the whole time that we've been they have not been in the hill. So
yeah, it was necessary though.
Yeah, props. Oh, absolutely. Props to him for staying alive there. That's something you definitely want to do. You can bet his teammates were saying, "Hey, stay alive, stay alive." Just make sure, because when you are the last guy alive, the team cannot push out. They can't set up. And it's just a total hindrance to your entire setup.
So Formal now is going to have the grenade launcher. Destin and Hines will be, actually no, just Hines will be interchanging out there with Formal in the hill. So, and now they see as 3 members of Instinct are trying to push up this back ramp. Formal needs to regain his shields and shoot a grenade launcher back there. He could get an easy kill. And he is going to come behind Roy, and Roy's just really having a difficult time getting into a groove on this map.
3 dead here for Instinct. Looks like at first they were going to trade a few kills, but Instinct, they waited patiently, they pushed together, and they all died. So that's a situation where you say maybe we should have, pushed out a little bit quicker. It's a total, especially on a map like King of the Hill Slayer, you can do something totally different. But to push all 4 at the same time and then to die again and give them even more time is it's really unfortunate. So you got to be really careful and patient with those pushes. They have to be timed perfectly.
Instinct has to be frustrated. They are almost doubled in time right now in this game. It's definitely going to send a message here. They came out and beat Dynasty at their best game type. Dynasty came out won game 2, and now Dynasty is handling Instinct currently.
Yeah, it looks like Tizoxic now trying to push for that sniper. Roy also going against him. We'll see who grabs this. Likely whoever grabs it is also going to grab the hill, as he's now backing up to give snipe cover. So Roy trying to tell his teammate to go. Looks like they might have cleaned up that kill, so he's going to pop in the hill. And once again, he keeps the sniper down low, which is interesting. I think right now he could easily switch out with Pistola, who's moving a grenade launcher into the Oasis. But he's going to stay there for a little while. And if his team can set up quick enough and kind of get around the map, this might work. But yeah, Roy's going to dip and not stay in the hill, which is definitely a smart decision. As you see, they get 1 kill. Now they have an advantage, so I think this is going to be an opportunity they can kind of set up and start gaining time and come back here.
Yeah, so Dynasty actually had all 4 members down right there. They were spawning blue health pack. Once again, Roy was just a little bit off, and luckily Ogre 2 was able to spot them coming through blue tunnel because everyone else was not aware of where they were spawning.
Looks like they had a huge flank there. Surprisingly, 3 guys flanked while Roy stayed in the hill, and it actually worked out really well for them.
Yep, so they are just trying to inch back here as Roy is looking to get that no-scope there. There's a little bit of a glitch on the wall. That's what happens in Foundry maps as Roy is going to hit that guy in the body. He is unable to get the kill. Formal now and the rest of the squad looks to be setting up for this next hill.
So the pressure's really on here for Instinct. You hear the 1 minute to win indicator going off. They need to really get their game together and slow it down. And it's not even about getting the hill right now. They're still in minute 43 with only down about 60 seconds exactly. So what they need to do instead is just go for map control first. They don't have to play too frantic yet. But what they need to do is definitely just get map control, and then they can worry about getting the hill, because it's pretty difficult to do the former without the latter.
Well, we are seeing 3-man pushes towards the hill as Instinct is sending everything they got. They have Ogre 2 just hanging around at the opposite end of the map, just laying down cover fire. Formal and Destin now working to get this out. Great job by Destin going through the front of the base. As you stated, Roy is now trapped at the rock, and they are up by 60 seconds. So Ogre 2 really needs to get in position here, but no, he actually came back to green. Lunchbox is luckily going to be spawning at the hill. If they get all of this time, they could potentially win.
Yeah, it looks like I was never any good at math.
Yeah, I think it's mathematically impossible. Yes, it is.
Yeah, now it'll be, yeah.
Oh, so now here we see, this is the exact same situation we came in the last time you and I were up here. 40 seconds to really talk about nothing. Really, you know, it was the collective of Dynasty that did extremely well. That first and second hill of the bases, when we saw it went from red to bottom to blue, Dynasty just did so well at controlling that, and Instinct, you know, really seemed a little bit clueless as to what to expect from Dynasty.
Yeah, you know what I think is really interesting, Scott, is so far that we've casted, I mean, the games are really close up to like the 80-second mark.
Yeah.
80 seconds in, and then, or 80 points in, rather. And right away, that some team gets one of the side bases, usually not that green bottom, green middle hill, but one of the side bases, and they go on a run. They go on a terror, and it's very difficult for the other team to break it. They probably get a little frustrated. People start pushing out alone. So I think that's definitely something that is perhaps once a team kind of gets in the groove and starts holding the hill, it's very difficult to stop that setup. I think teams kind of have that on lock.
Yeah. So Dynasty, for the first time, has taken Instinct to have taken 2 games off of Instinct. Round of applause for you guys, but you are looking to close this out. The series is now 2-1, and as we take a look at the stats, no real shocker here. Formal going 34 and 27.
Wow, with most assists, only double-digit assists there.
Wow. So, but you know, big hats off to Toxic and Hines right there doing a lot of the objective work. We have game number 4 coming up. It is going to be Capture the Flag on the Pit. Stay tuned.